Good morning. Welcome to my tutorial on how to take care of older Weaver O-scale freight cars once they've been removed from the factory packaging. All right, let's start with the oldest. This is Weaver Quality Craft models. Weaver later just changed over to just Weaver Ultraline. Okay, but these are still around. These are older ones, but they usually come partially disassembled in a partial kit form. And if you have it in the box as a partial kit and it's not been assembled, you can go ahead and ship it because Weaver did a great job of packaging from the factory. Okay, the problem comes when you take it out and you assemble the kit. Now, when you go to put it back in the box, you have a problem. These couplers on the end will now make it too long to fit back in the box. These are the scale size couplers with the scale wheels. Okay, notice there are another version that comes with the more toyish size wheels. They're heavy because they're made out of metal, and they have these Lionel Trains compatible couplers that stick way the heck out. Okay, these are even worse. If you have one of those on the car, it's for sure not going to fit. Okay, so no matter which version you have of these kits, if it's been built up, take this screw that's in the middle of this wheel set and drop these wheel sets off the ends. Remove the couplers. Okay, now on the scale version, you can remove the couplers with a long screwdriver without taking these wheel set off, but it's tricky. Okay, so I just go ahead and take the trucks off, take the coupler off, and then put the trucks back on. Okay, it's very important you put these wheel sets back on because in the box, the wheel sets being on will prevent any movement this way from breaking off these little stirrup steps and details on the ends of this car. Now, on these older Lionel compatible ones, it's actually attached to the truck with the screw that holds it on, so there's no way to take these couplers off without dropping the wheel sets off anyway. So you might as well just get used to dropping the wheel sets and taking the couplers off, because you have to pretty much get the couplers off anyway. So get used to it doing that. Okay, now when the couplers are off, you're ready to put this back into the box with a bubble wrap around it to keep it protected. And then you'll want to take tissue paper and put it around the top, sides, and bottom. So now the bubble wrap is going to keep it from bouncing up and down against the lid of the box and against the floor. The tissue paper around there will keep it from shifting left to right or up and down like this way. Okay, that protects the car. Your person is going to be happy when it arrives, not busted up, and you're good to go. Okay, now let's move on to the more common Weaver Ultraline black box with the plastic window. Okay, that plastic window doesn't last long typically if it's been handled or if it's been taken out of the box, so you may not even see that window there. It may be gone. Okay, inside the box you'll find this cardboard insert the car is usually attached to from the factory. Okay, now this one's been removed and all that stuff's been discarded, but I'm going to show you. Right here you'll see a white foamy plastic thing that's a cushion. So when this car sits on here, it doesn't rub. Okay, at the factory they'll put a little piece of foam between the wheels and the car here with a little rubber band to hold this from shifting. Okay, there'll also be a cellophane wrap that goes around the insert and holds the car right to it. It just kind of wraps it right to it, kind of like a bandage. Okay, now once the factory wrap has been removed, there's no way to use this anymore, not with a lot of difficulty. Okay, so here's what you do. All right, no matter if it's a 50-foot car and it has these funky little openings for the couplers, ignore that. It's not going to do any good. Just take the car, take this cardboard and just discard it. It's not going to do you a whole lot of good. Okay, trying to wrap the car back up onto that cardboard is going to be more problems and more difficulty than it's worth, and you might bust parts in the process. Okay, just get rid of it. What you do is you use one of these. It's a small bubble wrap pouch that the car will fit into, or just plain old bubble wrap that you can wrap around the car. Okay, that's fine. All right, once you remove the couplers, you're not going to have any trouble even if these trucks move back and forth like this during transport, because this is no longer here to go back and forth. and bust off these end stirrup steps, okay? By taking the couplers off, you remove anything that might hit the sensitive parts. By putting the trucks back on when you're getting ready to package it, again, you give the car some protection. If it does move a little bit, it's not going to bust these things off. That will make some people really mad if it gets busted off because they're hard to replace. You'll have to paint them to match the car. They're not going to look the same as the rest of the cars. And if you're, looking forward to a nice brand new car and it comes all busted up, guess what? Your feedback isn't going to be very good. Okay? So, here are some elastic bands that you can use also once you wrap the car to hold the truck in place if you're worried about it. Okay? But if you wrap it properly and your couplers are gone, there's really nothing these are going to hit that's going to cause any damage. Okay? Even if the Postal Service uses gorillas. All right? So, once more, you put this inside a bubble wrap bag or wrap it in bubble wrap after you remove the couplers, whether it's the scale ones here or the toy couplers. You put the wheel sets back on and then you put it inside this box. Now, here's the thing. You'll want to put something on the ends here and here to keep that car from shifting sideways, okay? Because if it gets up enough momentum in a shift, it could actually damage the end of the car. So, you put some stuffing in here, put the car in with the bubble wrap wrapped around it, and put some more padding in this end, then close it up. Take your box, give it a little shake back and forth to see if it shifts any. If it doesn't shift more than a little bit, you're good. It'll be fine. Okay? If it goes back and forth quite a bit, put more padding in one end or the other till it doesn't move much anymore, and then you're good. The bubble wrap will protect it in case this window is gone. The box will protect it while it's being shifted. And then, of course, you'll put that inside another box and pad that too. And you're good. You won't have any trouble. Okay? Now, the last one here, this is the newest Weaver packaging. Now, as you notice this car sits down into this nice little plastic cradle. Okay? So if you have one of these, this is the easiest there is because you just set it right back down in there. Now the plastic cradle is designed to hold these wheels in place, hold the couplers in place, and this other part just goes right over the top of it, just like that. Nice little sandwich, and it pops into place. These little tabs you stick on the bottom, it snaps into place, and now this whole thing is protected with this nice little plastic insert. It goes back inside the box here, and you can ship it. You don't have to take anything off. You don't have to do any additional padding. Everything's cool. Just put it in the box. If you need to, maybe put a little piece of tape to hold the flap shut if it don't hold shut. Other than that, it's ready to go. So those are the three things you'll run into on these Weaver cars, okay? Now, if you have a Weaver car like this and it doesn't have anything, no box, nothing, okay? Again, it's pretty much the same as this car here. You take the wheel sets off, remove the couplers, put the wheel sets back on, wrap the car in bubble wrap, put it inside some box with a lot of padding around it, and ship it. Make sure it doesn't shift back and forth because there's a lot of delicate parts on these, and you'll be fine. I like to take the couplers on these especially, slide this door open, stick it inside the car. Or put them in their own little package, like a Ziploc bag, and put it in with the car. That way it's padded too, and people can find it and not have to worry about losing it. So there you have it, guys. That's the easiest way you can go about making sure that your customers are happy with their purchase. Thank you.